Well, good evening, internets. It's me, DP Knudten, for another edition of Bookward Bound, my 301-day journey from I should really do this to done. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about the creation of a brand new book by January 1st, 2021, that I will be uploading that very day, press-ready PDF files to Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing platform, where I will be self-publishing a new book called NONFICTION BRAND, Discover, Craft, and Communicate the completely true, completely you brand you already are. Yep, I've been working on this thing for a while now, and today is October 14th. So this is day number 222 in a row, consecutively coming down here to do a live stream where I write this book in real time in front of your very eyes, with the exception of a couple of days where I was really, really sick. Well, I'm all better now, but I do have some ground to make up. And so I'm working on this book, moving it forward by writing, editing, designing, outlining, concepting, whatever you want to say. Every night I come down here for about a bare minimum of 15 minutes, some nights, and probably more like an hour in others. So someplace between 15 minutes to an hour actually working on this book. Right now, the book stands at about 250 pages in a 6x9 paperback book format. So I'm feeling pretty good because my goal was to have a book that was 6x9 and consisting of about 250 pages. So I'm kind of already there, but I've still got other chapters to write, which is good because then that gives me the opportunity to get rid of the crappy ones and replace them with better ones. So that's what I'm working on tonight. In fact, I'm going to do something where I take a transcript from the Nonfiction Brand podcast, or actually an audio recording, the MP3 file from the Nonfiction Brand podcast, and then I plug it into an application online called, in this case, Otter.ai. If it'll let me do this, I'm not sure it will, but we're going to find out. As a matter of fact, I'm going to kick it on over to this, which will show you my active, not my active window, but my active, what do you call it? Application, which is Safari. So I'll just do this. Want to make sure, yep, I'm up on Facebook, so that's cool. No one's saying anything on Facebook yet, and probably won't, but anyway, I'll be able to view it if you do make a comment. So I'm going to import a file. It says one import left. Let's see. So I'm going to import the George B. Thomas recording. And this is fine for Otter.ai because 0 imports left. Done. Notify me. So now it's going to chew through the audio recording and let me know when it's done. And recent activity is processing, George B. Thomas. So I'll come back to this in a little while. In the meantime, I'm going back over to Scrivener, the application I use to actually write the darn book. And you can see it right here. Let me see if I took, can I tuck this right in the corner? What does that look like? Yeah, that looks fine. Sorry, I always play with my picture-in-picture because I never know exactly where to put it to get the best effect. Anyway, over here, Scrivener, the application I'm using to write the book, is very cool, and it works with macOS, Windows, and Linux. So, and it's written specifically, or it's a software package created specifically for writers, especially book writers. And I guess I should underline that. It's not just writers, it's book writers. People who need to have things like chapters and sections and subsections and citations and table of contents and all that stuff that Word can do if you're some type of Jedi mind master. But Word is a pain in the butt when it comes to writing a book. But Scrivener is great. And I'm actually in a section that I call the undeniable attractivity, which is actually a word, believe it or not, even though it's underlined in red, of vulnerability. And in it, I talk about this dang thing, an Audubon bird call, which actually is all about vulnerability. and how it attracts birds, believe it or not. But also, I'm talking about my friend George B. Thomas. I knew I was going to write about George B. in the book, but I thought it was going to be about one thing. And then I started seeing what he was doing online, especially on Facebook, with his quest to lose, I want to say, 150, over 150 pounds. Yeah, from 3 something to 185. That's his goal. He's putting in the work and he's working his butt off and he looks great. He's lost probably 25% of his former body weight already, and he just keeps going. So good for him. It's not without setbacks, but nothing worth it ever goes without setbacks, including writing a book. But anyway, I want to take this transcript when it's ready, and it'll tell me when it's done processing, and then plug a pull quote story into the book. And he gave me a fantastic quote for this most recent podcast, and this is where I want to put it. So I want to get rid of that highlighting because this is exactly where I'm going to plug it in. And I'm probably going to have to do a little bit of cleanup work when Otter.ai does its job or cranks its way through the entire recording. But that's okay. In the meantime, so the undeniable attractivity of vulnerability. And that's George B. Thomas. So what else do I need to write about? The best time to build your personal brand? I can write some stuff in here. I've been thinking about this a little bit. This will be when there are a lot of different definitions, understandings about word brand. For some, it's a little more consistent use of color, type, logo, tagline. For others, it's an exercise in discovering the most saleable, viable story out there that can hyper engage with the finally target audience. For me, it's a verb. It's a noun that only really proves its power. It's a verb. Branding is about doing. if your personal brand is sitting sidelines, it's not a personal brand at all. This does not mean you to start doing makeup tutorials, YouTube, meme, dance, tick, or whatever the kids are to be doing in a year on ever spanking new social media tiny shows up. Social media shiny objects up just means you figure you tested time you have available on the channel that doesn't gag in order to demonstrate say me who you are, what you how I think this section's actually going to be part of some other thing. Maybe it's different. Children's? Yeah, children's already plural. Duh. Getting this out of the way. About your voice. Actually, that actually might go up here. And actually, fewer better that way. I'm going to put that in here. How about that? The fewer better doctrine. Yeah. That's what I'll do. Fewer better doctrine. Were I to be active as many experts say, I'd be billing zero. I'd be billing zero. No, wait. All my time be taken up earning out content, posting, scheduling and posting, sticking around to with mentors who may or may not be there, and constantly thinking, that still not I know I'm you feel me? I'm sure many do. Frank feelings keep many people, smart, competent, expert, experienced people off social all together. Together. Completely. How about that? Completely. I didn't believe me. understand how they feel, but I just hate leaving opportunity on the table. Especially for younger folks who do not share my distaste for digital life. So what's time, energy, and width, and patience, rest guy to do? Fewer panels, but better. This would be a good place for Molly Mahoney. Molly Mahoney's story. I think this is where I'm going to put her and talk about that, because I know we talked. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's smart. George B. Do I have a George B? I'll do that. Move to trash. Goodbye. Move into trash. And I'm going to give this a yellow flag. Change icon. Yeah. 180. Viewer. Out of all the social media platforms, I'm only really Twitter, Facebook, and even then, that activity comes in the form some serious cross posting. Readers, my first book, ROTO, the social media top of mind will recognize will recognize the document that my author Spencer Smith and I about the shorthand version of the book's central thesis at too many people asking the wrong question about media. Comes to turn their best meant of time and with and money. They should be asking what's media really good. Answer giving the answer. You can answers throughout this book, but really comes down to this. Never been a better way to stay top of mind with family, friends, clients, industry, and business associates than social media. But central to the premise is also this: to get return to I like that. In my case, I'll invest pretty heavily in two platforms Items in you. I need to change that. And then put down minor mistake in other three. Mostly in the amplifying cross posts. But good, my transcript is ready, but let me just finish this thought. But I met a woman who made me rethink my diversified social media portfolio. Its foundation up at 2. How about that? 2. Oh, it'll be 2 women. Why? Because each of them went deep in only one social channel. And it wasn't even the same one. And then I'll do meet Molly Mahone. And then I'll go meet Sarah. Yeah, good. I can do. Where was that? It's doing. All right, so I'm gonna have to figure out this, but that's doing okay. That's cool for now. Leave that there. Take Sarah out here, move to trash. I'm gonna write about her up here. All right. I wanted to talk about interactivity. So this want to see playback. Do it later. Okay, so his story was all the way toward the end of our conversation. It's interesting, sure. Let's do a search for dropout. Fine. Drop out. School. Not found. Well, it might not be done yet. I can't get the full transcript. Dang it. So how much does it cost? Get your student discount. School email address. Is it? $6,000. Oh, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Otter, you're messing with my mojo here. But then again, I'm trying not to pay for something that probably I should pay for. All right. Well, screw that. Looks like I'm done for this evening. Even though, yeah, it's fine. I've been out here for about 38 minutes, which is more than enough. Feeling okay about that. Hold on, I gotta see if people are talking to me. Anybody talking to me? You got any comments and reactions? Of course not. Of course not. But that's okay, because I'm not here to comment and react, although I would be happy to. I'm here to write this book, and let me tell you, I'm feeling excited because this section is starting to come together in a real nice way. In a really nice way. Not a real nice way, in a really nice way. So I'll be doing that. And I think, let's see. So who do I have this weekend? I have Andy Crestadina. And then I've got Paul Raimondo. I might just get a start on editing George B. Thomas's episodes, even though I'm probably going to do Paul Raimondo this weekend for next week's podcast. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Or because then maybe I'll do the second episode first. We'll see. Anyway, I'm talking to myself, but that's part of the book process, part of the book writing process, because when you write a book, you do it by yourself, and after a while, you get a little funky in the head. It's like, am I talking to myself? No, I'm not talking to myself. Yeah, I am talking aloud to myself. Why? Because there's no one here to be bothered by it, so why not do it? And it's almost like reading aloud. Why do we rubberneck? To see, sympathize, and celebrate. It's not us. Yeah, that's a good line. I like that. Anyway, I digress. I'm going off the deep end here, folks. But that's to be expected because this is day 222 of my daily live streams working on the book, Nonfiction Brand, Discover, Craft, and Communicate the Completely True, Completely You brand you already are. And after 222 days, you got to give me a little bit of a break because I've been thinking about this book ever since Friday, March 5th of 2020 and working on it significantly at night, but also thinking about it during the day. So as you can imagine, I've been in this loop, this feedback loop called this book for quite a while. But good news is I've only got 79 days left. Oh my gosh, I just broke into the 70s. That's getting a little scary, but 79 days left to write this book and get it done. Not only write it, but format it and do all the work to get it ready to go to Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing platform by January 1st of 2021. So I can take that book and rub it in Melanie Diesel's face. She had a new book at Social Media Marketing World this past year, and let's just say the green-eyed competition monster raised his head and said, you can write a new book. You should write a new book. And so I am. Anyway, that's it for me tonight. I'm DP Knudten with the Nonfiction Brand podcast. New episodes come out every single Monday. And this past episode features the second half conversation with Andy Crestadina, episode 112, if I'm not mistaken. And I think it turned out great. And he's a super guy, really provocative, or I like to call him a gentle provocateur. Because unlike me, who is not gentle at all, he gets you thinking and you don't even know how hard he hit you in the head with a baseball bat to get that thinking started. That's how good he is. Anyway, check out the podcast wherever you get fine podcasts for free, including, but not limited to, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Apple or Amazon Music, just about any place that you can get podcasts. Just search Nonfiction Brand. Look for this ugly guy's mug and the words Nonfiction and Brand right next to him, and you'll know you got the right podcast. That's it for me tonight. I will see you tomorrow. Until then, theme music, take us on out. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.